So obviously, I know, Virg, you were in New York this past weekend to work the fights at the Coliseum. But I'm just curious, did you get a chance to slide over to Brooklyn to check out the Mayweather versus McGregor press tour?
No, actually, I made it in a little later. The press tour was over, but I did catch it on the internet.
Yeah.
I was able to see the majority of the press tour.
So what did you think? I mean, obviously, they went from city to city. There was a lot of trash talk back and forth. I guess the main thing I'm curious about is, I know you're big into the mental aspect of the fight game. And just being able to see how the two guys, I mean, this was the first time they ever met each other, the first time they ever interacted with each other. What did you take away from the trash talk, the mental battle that went back and forth? Does either guy have an edge?
Well, you know what? It's funny you ask you that because, you have people's opinions on who won the trash talk and who didn't win the trash talk. But, the way I saw it was this. It was something they had to promote the fight. I think this is new to McGregor, so he had a lot of fun with it, talking trash, and it was important to him to maybe be one up on Floyd in that department. Mm-hmm. But I think Floyd might be beyond that now. Instead of talking trash, I think he talks treasure. He treasure talks now. Trash talk. He had the trash talk to get to the treasure. Now that he got to the treasure, he's treasure talking. But, being the promoter that he is and understanding the business, he did his part, but I don't think it was really a big thing to him.
Do you think there was anything that was said from either guy? I know Floyd kind of made it a point to keep driving home that he's a quitter, he quit, he's a quitter. Do you think any of that got into Conor's head at all? Just not necessarily where it pissed him off, but maybe where it could impact him in the fight itself, where that might be in his mind. If the going gets tough, he might say, I can't quit. You know what I mean?
Well, it has to impact his mind because it actually happened. He quit a couple of times. So, the truth will set you free. You judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So he quit a couple of times. So that has to impact his mind more than anything else Floyd could say to him. That will impact him more. Deep down inside, when the crowd is not there, when the people are not there, when he's in a room alone, laying on his back, looking at the ceiling, guarantee that's going to come to his mind before anything else.
Now, I know, throughout the press tour, Conor really kind of started in on Floyd, but, Floyd is a master at this. He's heard it all before, so it really didn't faze him. So it seemed like Conor shifted his attack to Steven Espinoza, and then at one point he was attacking the security guards. It seemed like he was doing everything he could to try and get some kind of reaction from Floyd. I think even in London, he walked behind Floyd and touched him on the head. When you saw him touch Floyd, did you think anything of that, or was that all still part of the show?
No, I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I guess he said within himself, let me hit him in the head now because I might not get a chance in the fight. So that's what I pretty much took from it. Let me touch him now. So I can say I did hit him in the head once. Because in the fight, you're going to find it real difficult to hit him in the head. So as far as all the other antics and stuff, I mean, it was encouraged. Nobody put a stop to anything. I don't know what the situation with Steven Espinoza was. I know a guy my age and where I'm from, I mean, I kind of cringed because it's just like a no-no, but, I guess anything goes in certain arenas.
Yeah, that was kind of, I mean, I guess he was upset about the microphones being cut off, but it almost seemed unprofessional to an extent when he was not, and it wasn't just Steven Espinoza. I think he also said some things about whatchamacallit from MGM. Gosh, I always forget his name.
Stern?
Yeah. He made some comments.
Really?
Yeah, he made some comments about him too, and I was just kind of like, wow, I don't know if that's good for the UFC's brand. I mean, the UFC still does business with the MGM, so I thought there were some moments that, you know, he pushed a little bit too far. What about the comments that people, you know, are alleging were racist? You know, he mentioned the monkeys. You know, he called him boy. You know, dance for me, boy. Did you immediately think racism when you heard that?
You know, to be honest, I couldn't pull racism out of some of the stuff that he said because it was just so awkward. And then what I mean by that is like they were just trying to get one up on each other. I think he pushed the envelope to the line, you know, just to see what type of reaction he was going to get and how far he could go. And, you know, of course, if you're going to make a big deal out of some of the comments Floyd made, then you can't ignore some of the comments that McGregor made. So as long as the playing field is even, so to speak, on comments that are being made, let's don't you know, make an excuse for one. I'm not a racist or he's not a racist, but there's no room for error in the other. Oh, he's homophobic. You know, he insulted the lesbian, gay community or whatever have you. You know, but taking all that out of the equation, how other people feel about it, and focusing on the press conference, I would say if you're going to judge one, judge the other. If not, leave them both alone. Because we're getting our information from boxing writers. You know, I'm not really reading what the world says about it. I'm reading what the fight world says about